I'm Thorne Lay. I'm a seismologist from the University of California, Santa Cruz, and I'm here visiting Costa Rica to discuss large earthquakes that are happening around the world and the hazard from earthquakes that might happen around Costa Rica and South America and Central America. My particular interest is to understand the very biggest earthquakes, to see how they rupture, to use different data sets that are now becoming available, to give us the best idea and understanding of what a big earthquake involves and how they start, how they rupture, and how they stop. So to do that, I use seismic waves, which are recorded by seismometers around the world. These are instruments that just record how the ground shakes as a function of time. And recordings from satellite positioning with GPS, like GPS positioning in an iPhone or a telephone, you know where you are. We can make instruments that tell where the ground is and how it moves before, during, and after earthquakes. And then we also use recordings out in the ocean, where if an earthquake happens on the ocean, it pushes up the ocean bottom, then you produce a big sea wave, and we can watch those sea waves spread through the ocean and try to give warning to places away from where the earthquake has happened that a tsunami will be coming to them. I use those types of information to study the earthquakes, to characterize how they slip, to give us the best overall estimate of the faulting that has occurred, in order to understand where there is potential for future earthquakes, to understand how they are accommodating the plate motions. Plates are moving on the Earth's surface every day. They're moving around, but they're stuck where they're rubbing against each other until they build up and they break. We can see that the deformation in the rock that occurs before the earthquake. We can also record it as it's actually sliding, and then we can see after the earthquake how the rock adjusts to the change in position that it's at. And all those processes are giving us information about the earthquake cycle that will improve our ability to anticipate future earthquakes and to identify the fundamental nature of earthquakes. Through that information, places like UNESCO, they're trying to translate the information into practical warning systems and to guide construction codes that will help people to have less bad impact from earthquakes in the future. And in particular, we're developing new methods that can give early warning when an earthquake is already happening. We don't predict exactly when it will happen, but once it starts, we can use the various data sets that I study to tell people a little bit away from the earthquake that waves are coming toward them. And that early warning is just being set up in Central America and South America and various places, also in the United States, where I'm from, and will eventually develop to the point where I think we will have a few seconds, tens of seconds of warning for earthquake shaking, and we will also have good warning of tsunamis minutes ahead of their arrival. That will give people a chance to do things to save their lives. So we take all the information we learn from the study of earthquakes and translate it into something that will benefit society.